Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the business world's biggest secrets, and today we're diving into a report that might sound a bit dry but could hold some juicy nuggets about Goldman Sachs Middle Market Lending Corp. I do get ready because sometimes the most interesting stories are hidden in the plainest documents. And hey, if you like your corporate news served with a side of no-nonsense analysis, make sure you're subscribed and join our Discord community, linked in the description below. We've got a lot of smart people breaking down these filings together. So, what is this report all about? Well, it looks like Goldman Sachs Middle Market Lending Corp, THACA, or MLC2 as we'll call them, had a special meeting with their stockholders recently, and it seems like they voted on some pretty big stuff, including a merger agreement. Plus, they're giving us a peek at their financial health with their latest net asset value. This is an 8K filing, which means it is reporting a significant event that shareholders should know about. They're retelling us about a special meeting of their stockholders that happened way back on the 8th of October 2025. It's pretty standard for companies to do this when they're making major decisions, like getting married to another company, so to speak. This report is packed with details about what happened at that meeting. Now, MLC2 themselves, they re-registered in Delaware, which is a popular place for companies to set up shop. Their federal employer identification number, which is like their social security number for tax purposes, is 87 to 3,643,363. And their principal executive offices are located at 200 West Street in New York City, New York, with the zip code 10282. Their main phone number is listed as 312-655-4419. Interestingly, MLC2 is checking the box to say they are an emerging growth company. This means they are a relatively new company and can take advantage of some relaxed rules when it comes to financial reporting. They have elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standard. This suggests they're comfortable adopting new rules early, which could indicate a proactive management style or a desire to present their financials according to the latest standards as soon as possible. Alright, so what did the stockholders actually vote on? It looks like they considered just one main proposal, which was detailed in the company proxy statement back on the 28th of August 2025. The report tells us that as of the 14th of August 2025, there were over 23 million shares of common stock eligible to vote. And the big news here is that the stockholders overwhelmingly approved a merger agreement. This agreement is between MLC2, Goldman Sachs Private Credit Corp, and Goldman Sachs Asset Management LP. Basically, it sounds like MLC2 is merging with or being acquired by another Goldman Sachs entity. For this to pass, they needed a majority of all outstanding shares to vote yes, and they got it. A whopping 14,315,977 votes were cast in favor of the merger. That's a really strong showing. Only 582,821 votes were against it, and there were 560,241 abstentions. This clearly indicates that the shareholders are on board with this merger. This is a huge deal for MLC2, signaling a significant shift in its corporate structure and potentially its strategy going forward, likely integrating more closely with the broader Goldman Sachs asset management operations. Now, moving on to another important piece of information they've shared, which is about their net asset value. Net asset value, or NAV, is basically the value of all the assets a company holds, minus its liabilities. For investment companies like this, it is a crucial metric to understand their worth. As of the 30th of September 2025, which is very recent to the filing date, MLC IIS net asset value was about $454.7 million. That is a substantial amount of capital, and the net asset value per share for their common stock was $18.98. This is the figure that most individual investors would look at to gauge the underlying value of their shares. If you own shares in this company, this is the number you'd be watching very closely as it reflects the company's investment performance and the value of its holdings. Finally, we get to the signatures. This report is officially signed off by the registrant Goldman Sachs Middle Market Lending Corp, THECN. The signatures are dated the 10th of October 2025, just a couple of days after the special meeting we discussed. It is signed by Vivek Bantwal and David Miller, both listed as co-chief executive officer. This confirms that management is formally attesting to the accuracy of the information presented in this 8K filing. So what is the story here? MLC2 is undergoing a significant transformation through a merger with other Goldman Sachs entities. The overwhelming shareholder approval suggests strong confidence in management's plan to integrate and likely streamline operations. From a financial perspective, the NAV per share of $18.98 as of the 30th of September 2025, provides a clear snapshot of the company's financial standing at that time. A healthy NAV per S share is generally positive, indicating that the value of the company's investments is substantial relative to its obligations. Looking at this, the company's direction seems clear, closer alignment with the broader Goldman Sachs platform. The main strength here is the backing of a global financial giant, providing access to capital, expertise, and broader market opportunities. However, a potential risk could be the dilution of independence or specific focus that MMLC2 might have had as a standalone entity. The merger could lead to greater efficiency and potentially better returns for shareholders. But it is also a period of change that always carries some execution risk. In conclusion, this filing signals a major strategic move for Goldman Sachs Middle Market Lending Corp. The clear shareholder endorsement. The financial snapshot provided by the NAV is a solid indicator of their current value. It will be interesting to watch how this integration unfolds and what it means for the future performance of the merged entity. Alright, that is our breakdown of Goldman Sachs Middle Market Lending Corp's latest filing. What is your take on this merger move and what it signals for the company? Future, drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. Don't forget to check out the Discord community in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching. See you next time.